So we've gotten something up onto our server. We've gotten an image up onto our server, but that's not quite making a web page, is it? So you're probably eager at this point to actually start getting a web page together. We're going to go ahead and get started with that. We're going to create a basic site that talks about a new toy, my phone. We'll do it at a very basic level. It's a droid, and so we'll be talking about mobile devices throughout a little bit, and I figured I want a little site that just celebrates the fact that I have a phone. Yay! So to do that, I'm going to open up a basic text document using Notepad or Text Wrangler or a Notepad++ or replacement if you haven't installed at this point. And I'm going to go ahead and type in some things I think about this phone. So let's see. Not exactly thrilling stuff. It gets the idea, and we should entitle this something like, and you might want to point to something like, so I have a basic text document now. I'm going to go ahead and save it. What should I save it as? Well, just to get in the hang of things, let's go ahead and save it as index.html. We'll do it on the desktop for now. Let's see, I'll drag this over here real quick so we can see it. And again, I'm going to put this in a folder, a new folder. I'll call it phone. So I'm going to drag it right into there. Now let's take another quick look at this just so you remember what it looks like. Here it is, the folder the file that I created. Okay, so now let's go ahead and bring it up using FTP. This is up from the last time I did a video, but if you need a refresher on how to open it up using the host, the username, and the password, then you can do that. Right now I'm in the pics directory. I'm going to go up one and I'll be in the www directory. That's my web root. And I'm going to go ahead and bring this new folder over. And you'll see that I have a phone folder now. If I open up my browser, I can go to Do I need to enter in any more than this? No, because it's going to go to index.html. And here's my index.html. Now, a couple of things to note here. One is that when you look at this, it's all broken out on separate lines. When you look up here, it's all a single line. This is the most difficult little speed bump to get over. One of the two that beginners always have a little bit of difficulty with. That is that white space does not matter. Any white space is interpreted as simply a space. So even though I have an extra blank here, a white space is a space or a return, anything like that. I can put in 65 returns in here, and it's still just going to do one single space. All of these will be interpreted as one single space. So that's a little confusing. It actually becomes powerful and helpful, but at first you would think that it would just generate this as it is, as an HTML file, and show it just the way it shows it in the text editor. It doesn't do that. We have to mark it up. We're going to mark it up by putting something called tags around it. If we were doing this in Word, we might go like this and outline it and then hit something up here that made it into a paragraph, but we want to say that this is a paragraph, so we'll put a P at the beginning of it, and then right now it says where's the end of that P? Well, we want the end of the P to be here, and we do /P at the end. This is a tag. This is what, if you were writing something and you had it typed up and you were sending it to a publisher, you might circle things and say do special things with those sections of the text. Here we're saying for this text that begins with the P and ends with the /P, this is all a paragraph. So we've said this is a paragraph. We could actually say each of these are paragraphs. That'll work. P, and it ends way back over here. P, And then we have a P here, it ends here, and it starts here. And we have a P here. Starts here, and it ends here. And we have a P up here. Very exciting. Alright, now we can save this. And if we load it up right here, it'll look exactly the same because this is up on the server. We've only saved it here locally. So if we want to see it on the server again, then we have to upload it first. So let's go ahead and look in here. Here's our index from phone, and we'll go ahead here. We'll go ahead and bring this over here as a new copy of it. It says, do I want to overwrite it? Yes, because it's a new version of it. And now I'm going to go here and I'll refresh. And now that we have paragraph tags, it turns these all into separate paragraphs. Now we'll do one more try. Go back to our editor, and we'll change this first one to H1, a different tag. H1 starts there, H1 ends here. H1 stands for the very best kind of heading you can have. So this is the top heading of my page. I'm going to make it H1 or a top heading. File, save. Now, let's say we didn't want to go all the way into uploading it again. We can just click on it here and view it locally. Now look up here at the URL. We're not looking at it on the web at this point. We're only looking at it on our own machine. But you'll see that my phone is there. If we go instead back up to the web, you'll see it still hasn't changed because we haven't uploaded it. Let's upload it again. And we're going to overwrite. And now if we go back to the server and we refresh, you'll see that it's refreshed and that it's working there as well. So just this idea that, once you have your thing and you're happy with it, then you need to move it up to the server and people can use it there. Pretty basic stuff. And now you've created your first web page. You'll notice that the title of this is called Hello World. It's traditional when you create your first anything, your first program, your first web page, for it to say Hello World. We've broken with that tradition here, but you're welcome to do it on your own. See you next time.